What is up, guys? It's your boy Prod here. In this video I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about a question I am most asked about on NHL. This question is, what is the VHL? Well, the VHL is an online league similar to the actual NHL, but using the video game the NHL. Now, how this works is there is 3 leagues put together to form the VHL. There's the CHL, the AHL, and the NHL. Now, the CHL is where almost every player starts unless you're scouted by an AHL team. Like, I started in the CHL, and I worked my way up. But for the CHL, there's 30 teams in the CHL. If you can either do scouting games to join a CHL team that you want, or most people don't do scouting games for the CHL. They usually do scouting games for the AHL, but the CHL actually does host scouting games. But if you don't do any scouting games, you'll just be randomly assigned to a CHL team where you'll start your career at. And you will play your first season in the CHL, and depending on how you do, I believe that the VHL is still doing the drafts. Don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure if they're doing it, but I know they did whenever I first started. And what it is they just do a draft where they take like the best players from the CHL and they'll draft them like a normal draft. I think there's like 2 rounds maybe. But yeah, and after one season you can either play in the AHL, or maybe if some of you guys are lucky enough and good enough, you'll be playing in the NHL. There's actually awards given out, like the actual awards and stuff, like Memorial Cup winner and everything. You don't get anything for it. They were talking about giving out prizes and stuff, but they just haven't got around to it yet, so I'm not exactly sure if they're going to do anything with that. The AHL, and then moving on to the AHL. The AHL is another thing. It's just like the normal AHL. It's set up with 30 teams. You're all battling for the Calder Cup. And then the NHL is the exact same thing as the real NHL, just battling for the Stanley Cup, and there is still awards for that. But yeah, the VHL, what happens is they play 6 days out of the week. They play Sunday through, no, not 6 days, they play 5 days. They play Sunday through Thursday, Sunday at 10 o'clock, and then every other day after that, Monday through Thursday, is 9 to 10. You're allowed to play up to 3 games a week with 1 ECU game, which is an ECU is an emergency call-up to, let's say you're in the CHL and the AHL needs a player, you could get ECU'd up to the AHL. And goalies are actually allowed to play 6 games because of the lack in goalies. So if you're a goalie and you want to try this out, there you go. You got a big shot. Sign-ups have started for season 11. They're on 11 seasons, so as you can see, it's a very successful league, and it's been going on for 11 seasons. There's usually about 3 seasons a year. One at the very beginning of the year, around February, one towards June, and the other one is towards September to about the end of December. Like I just said, sign-ups just started. You can scout games. There's scouting games going on as we speak. I believe the new season starts February, sometime in the middle of February, sometime around the 10th, probably the 15th. I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me on that. But another thing, this league actually keeps track of all your stats over the year. So, for instance, if you're in the NHL and you're in the race for the Art Ross or something, like maybe you're leading in the NHL in goals, and you might get the Art Ross because they actually give out Art Rosses and all that. And but yeah, you can find this all on leaguearena.com. And if you are interested in anything else besides hockey, League Arena actually has multiple other leagues than just this. Like they have the VFL, which is the Virtual Football League, which is pretty much the same thing as the NHL, just a little bit smaller because you can't have full teams. But yeah, they also have VIFA, and they actually have Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, to me, I think is really cool because, I mean, they actually do the actual stats. They have the actual plus-minus. They do the actual tournaments and all that. And, of course, the winners come out of that. But I'll leave the link below to the website, and if you guys want to try out the VHL or any of the other leagues, it's on there. And I want to thank you all, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.